Hi friends, our next story is Frog on a Log, and I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll get started. This is called Frog on a Log, by Kes Gray and Jim Field. Frog on a log? It says, to Linda, without whom a very small part of this book would not have been possible. And in loving memory of Joan and Ivan. Those are the dedications that the author and the illustrator did. Frog on a log? Hey, Frog, sit on a log, said the cat. But I don't want to sit on a log, said the frog. Logs are all hard and uncomfortable, and they can give you splinters. Ouch! I don't care, said the cat. You're a frog, so you must sit on a log. Can't I sit on a mat? Asked the frog. Only cats sit on mats, said the cat. What about a chair, said the frog. I wouldn't mind sitting in a chair. Hares sit on chairs, said the cat. Perhaps I could sit on a stool, said the frog. Mules sit on stools, said the cat. What about a sofa, said the frog. I could stretch right out on a sofa. Gophers sit on sofas, said the cat. It's very simple, really. Cats sit on mats, hares sit on chairs, mules sit on stools, gophers sit on sofas, and frogs sit on logs. What do lions sit on? Asked the frog. Lions sit on iron, said the cat. Ouch, said the frog. What do parrots sit on? Parrots sit on carrots, said the cat. Lions sit on irons, and parrots sit on carrots. That doesn't sound very comfortable, said the frog. It's not about being comfortable, said the cat. It's about doing the right thing. What do foxes sit on? Asked the frog. Foxes sit on boxes, said the cat. Foxes sit on boxes, and fleas sit on peas. What do goats sit on? Asked the frog. Goats sit on coats, said the cat. Goats sit on coats, cows sit on plows, and storks sit on forks. What do gorillas sit on? Asked the frog. Gorillas sit on pillars, said the cat. Well, I guess I gotta say it like this. Gorillas sit on pillars, said the cat. Gorillas sit on pillars, rats sit on hats, weasels sit on easels, and moles sit on poles. What do seals sit on? Asked the frog. Don't you know anything? Said the cat. Seals sit on wheels, doves sit on gloves, newts sit on flutes, lizards sit on wizards, and apes sit on grapes. What about puffins? Asked the frog. Puffins sit on muffins, said the cat. Puffins sit on muffins, snakes on cakes, owls sit on towels, gibbons sit on ribbons, lambs sit on jams, and bees sit on keys. Right, dear? Well, I never knew that, said the frog. Well, you do now, said the cat. What do dogs sit on? Asked the frog. I was hoping you weren't going to ask that, said the cat. Help! And that's a little preview of this book after this one, called Dogs Sit on Frogs. And there's the froggy. So to go with this story, I have lots of frog-related things for us. Hey, frog! And you noticed in this story that most of the things rhymed, right? The ending is the same. Frog ends with og, and log ends with og. And that's how they rhymed most of the things in here. wanted to show you a couple. So for example, goats sit on coats. So you see they both end with oats, and you just change that first sound. And you hear cows and plows, so they both end in ows, but the k and the pull are different. Same with stork and fork. So storks are these animals over here, and ST versus an F changes the word from orc to fork or orc to stork. So I thought you guys could come up with your own rhyme about an animal and where it might sit. Now, sometimes it's hard to get a perfect rhyme like these ones, and you saw that in here with gorillas and pillars. See how they don't quite match up? So they both end with ILLAS, but pillars has an R in it. So I had to kind of say it without the R. I say pillars. Gorillas sit on pillars, and then it rhymes. So that's what we call a close rhyme, is when it's almost there. And if you guys need to do a close rhyme for your writing, that is okay. Mine is kind of like that. Let me show you what I was thinking for my writing today. So for my writing, I don't know if you can tell what I sketched there already, but here's where I'm going to put my animal name. So blank will sit on blank, said, and then your name. So I'll start with that because that's the easy part, right? So I'm going to use a dark pen like I always do when we do these things, huh? Like on my doc cam. So name goes here, said Miss Carver. See how I did all lowercase there? Make sure you're working on that. So for here, you guys will see that I chose an animal, and I chose, if you can see it, I chose a cheetah. There's his tail, and here's his bottom, and then here's his leg, and another back leg, and his belly, and another leg here, and then his front, his torso, his chest, another leg, and then his little ears. Gotta have a mouth and his nose, and then his eye right here, like a nice cat eye. And then cheetahs have what all over them? Mine is missing his. Look at all the spots all over him, right? Cheetahs have spots everywhere. Oh my. So that was an animal I came up with, and I was like, oh, what could cheetahs? What rhymes with cheetahs? What's the end of cheetahs? Eatas. Nitas, ganitas, sneetas. None of those are real things. I want to try to come up with a real one. Now you can make up a word if you really can't think of a real one. But you can even ask for help from your family members. Hey, what rhymes with this? Okay? And they can help you work through it until you find one that works, that you like. And then you can choose a different animal if the first animal you choose doesn't work. Or maybe you want to start with your food name and then think of an animal that might work. Okay? So either way. But I thought of cheetah, and I was thinking through all these different ones, and I was like, cheetahs might sit on pitas. Did you guys think of that one? Cheetahs might sit on pitas. Now remember, that's mine. So if you came up with it before I said that, that's okay. And you can do that too, but I'd really love to see your creative skills, and I want to see what you come up with instead of making up mine and drawing the same as me. I want you to come up with your own if you can. Okay? So that's my little pita bread. It's got some marks on it because pitas aren't perfect. They get a little bit brown when you cook them. And so I might have a couple brown spots to them. I don't really have a good pita color. There we go. And I wish I had my pita full of yummy, delicious things, but I'll leave it like that. All right, so cheetahs will sit on pitas. Let me sound that out, okay? Cheetahs. Cheetah. Cheetahs will sit on pitas. Now, pita bread, right, doesn't have an AH. So you guys see my endings? They're a little different. That one has an H in it. Cheetah has an H for some reason. You don't say, you just say as. You just ignore it. So it does still rhyme, but it's okay if it doesn't perfectly match up. Okay, so mine's cheetahs will sit on pitas. And if we're at school, I'd make this into a nice book. So if you guys do it, you can send it to me and I'll print it out and put it with mine. All right. So there's cheetahs sit on pitas. So that's your writing if you want to do writing. If you want to do math, I have this froggy roll and cover. And so for this one, you can either cut these out at the bottom, and when you roll this number, you can cover it up. Instead, I was like, oh, what could I use? I used beans in my last videos. I'm manipulative. Now I'm going to use Play-Doh. What? I got some pink Play-Doh here. And I made some little counters. So that way when I get a number, I can cover it up. So down at the bottom here, I'm just ignore the frogs. They're not part of my game since I'm not using them. But you can totally cut them out and use them as manipulatives to cover them up on the lily pads. But so this game goes is I have to roll 3 dice. I didn't bring home 3 dice. I only have 1 dice. Maybe that's the same as for you guys. So I'm going to roll it 3 times. So 1 time. Ooh, I got a 1. Okay. 1 plus whatever I get next. It's my second roll. Ready? 6. Okay. 1 plus 6 more. I'm going to do the bigger number first, right? It's easier to count on if we start with the bigger number. So 6 and then 1 more, right? So 6. What comes after 6? Oh, 7, you're right. Okay, 6, 7. So I'm at 7 right now because I had 6 plus 1. Okay, now I gotta roll 1 more time. So 7 plus something. 7 plus something. I'm gonna hold that 7 in my head. Woo! I got, oh my gosh, a big number. Okay, 7 plus 6 more. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do to help me? I'm gonna count my 6 more on, but I'm gonna point to these so I don't lose count. So I know I have my 6 here. I need to add 7 to it. So I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Thanks for counting with me, friends. So I got 13. Okay. Whew. 1 plus 6 plus 7 is 13. Whew, that's some first grade math right there, friends. Counting 3 numbers together. Okay. 13. I need to find 13 on here. Oh, is that it? You're right. It's just a 3. 13. Remember the teen, right? Teenagers think they're the best. They're number 1. So number 1 comes first. So it could be any of these ones. But I'm looking for thir. What does thir sound like? Oh, yeah. 3, right? Thir and 3. So I'm looking for 1, 3. Found it. Cover it up. Boom. All right. Let's do it again. 1. Okay. 5. That's my first number. Plus 3. Okay, grab 5, 5. Oh, I can even do it like that. 5, on my hand. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now I got to hold that number. What was it? 8. 1 more roll. Here we go. Okay, 8 plus 5. Wow, we're getting big numbers now. Okay, got to hold that 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my gosh, I got 13 again. Oh, I already have that covered. So I got to do it again. All right. 1 plus 5. I know it's 6, right? 1 and 5 is 6. Plus 1 more. Plus 1. Okay, what's 6 plus 1? Wait, no. I had 1 plus 6 was 7. Oh my gosh. 7 plus 1 is what? 7 plus 1 more is, yes, 8. Awesome. Got it covered up. So I get to keep going until I cover up all my numbers. Fun, fun, fun. All right, so that is Froggy Roll and Cover. So I'm going to put my Play-Doh away. Make sure I put it all the way down, squish it down so that I can close it. You hear that pop? Woo! To make sure that my Play-Doh doesn't get dry. Okay. All right, another activity you can do is this one where you match the letter and write the words. The letters are at the bottom. You don't have to cut them out. You can just cross them out and write them where they go if you want. It's up to you. But so I know that is a dog. So I could just write a D or I could cross it out at the bottom. Okay, use my D. D. And then I write over here, copy it down. And remember, D's start with a magic C. Up, down, O. Wow, all of those were magic C letters, huh? That was cool. All right, and then you do the rest, right? So that one, ooh. It's a pig, but I don't see P down here. What's another thing we could call that? Ooh, reminds me of Pumbaa, right? In The Lion King, if you've seen that movie, Pumbaa is a hog. He's a warthog. So maybe he's a hog. Is there a sound on here? There it is. Okay. Boom, hog. And then you copy over these letters over here. All right, so that's how we do this one. This is another one. It's called Rhyme Time. So you can do more rhyming work. And so what you do is you take these ones, you can cut them out and paste them into the right spot. If you can't print this, you can always just look at the words online and write them down on a piece of paper. So you'd say hat. Does all and hat rhyme? No. Hat, sat? Yes. Cross it out after you write it here. Okay. And then keep going for other words that rhyme with hat. Hat, hall? No. Hat, b-e? Hat, b? No. Hat, at? Mat, hat. Mat, yes. That rhymes. Then you can cross it out. Okay. Once you've done as many of those as you can find, then you move to the next one. This one says ball and tree. Tricky, tricky. All right, so that's how you do that one. And the other ones, I sent you 2 word ladders. So you can do this one that's empty, and you have to figure out what the words would be. Or this one, I gave you a little bit of help, and you have to figure out just the sound that changes. So in both these word ladders, when you go up one, it's just like our quick erase game, right? So I go from rib, I'm gonna take away that first sound and match that picture. So what does a baby wear when they're eating, right? That's what that is. They wear a bib. So you see how just the R changes to a B. So then I write bib in that one. So bib, what changes to make this word? Bib needs to change into something else. I'm not gonna give away any more. And this one, Sierra, I just gave you a little bit of help. So dog changes into, what's this guy doing? Yeah, he's digging. So dig. So the O changes to an I. So you just fill it in. And this one, ooh, it looks delicious. Maybe some chip into some salsa. But what is he doing? He's putting the chip into the dip. So he's dipping it. Or maybe this is like a cheese dip. Dip. And then when you can read it back to yourself, dog, dig, dip, right? Those are your word ladders. You might see those again as other activities we could do. All right, the last one I'm going to show you today that I provided for you is a little mini book that you can read. It's very similar name. It says A Frog on a Log. So I'm not going to read it all to you because you should read it on your own. But I will give you a couple hints about some of the things that are inside. Okay, so it's a frog on a log, and you should always start with a picture walk. So always look through your book and think, what is that? I see a pig. I see, this is a type of shoe worn in another country in the past, not really much today. Sometimes it's dancing, and it's called a clog. Clog. Can you guys say that? I put my foot in a clog and I dance. Clog. It's usually made of wood. It's a wooden shoe. All right, here I see a little fly buzzing around. Over here, I see him drinking something that looks delicious. That reminds me of butterbeer in Harry Potter. Here we call it grog. So type of drink you might drink is grog. It's kind of, it's kind of like juice maybe, but not like the best tasting juice. So sometimes they call it grog. All right, over here, there's a city named Prague. What? Grog and Prague. I think those rhyme. How cool is that? All right. I see a dog and a frog. Oh, I see a frog wearing a mask and some smoke coming out. Doesn't look very healthy, huh? And then he's wearing some tennis shoes here. Cool. So sometimes when you see unhealthy air, it might be called smog. So keep that in mind when you're reading. Okay? And when you're done reading the story, okay, you'll see that there's a pattern in here. So make sure you look for that pattern in that story, okay? When you're done, there's a little paper you can fill out to show that you understood what you read. So you got to pay attention when you're reading to make sure you understand what's happening in the story too. Not just saying all the words right. So when you get this paper, you just circle the answer. So it says the book was about was it about a frog? Was it about a hen? Or was it about an owl? I'm pretty sure, just from looking at the cover, we know what it's about. So I'm going to circle what I think. Just like that. Okay? So that is how, you can always just talk about this too. If you can't print it out, you can always just pull it up and talk about the answers as well. So those are some activities you guys can do to go with our book, Frog on a Log. I'm really excited to read the second story to you in the future as well, which is Dog on a Frog. Oh my, poor froggy. All right, it was nice talking to you. I hope you have a great day. Bye, friends.